Let's go.
Round 80! Offensive 2.
On first down, it's Taylor. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Allen operating from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check. Lucky.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, it's Henderson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Darrell Henderson. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Mike 51.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On second and 11 now. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 53 yards.
Los Angeles.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. The give to Taylor. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 19-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, hold.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. We were just talking about him pregame, 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
56. Hey, exit.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Oh, that play.
Allen now on third and goal. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another third down,
Smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right?
They'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, it's possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He gets this one to Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there.
And that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, a running play ends up going backward. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Let's get it. 80. Mike is 50. 80. 59. Watch the pass.
And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 16, Allen. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their inning as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go, go. Check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
From the gun, Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, right there, the zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 50. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check. Mike's 59. Here we go. 59.
To throw is Rosen. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Alert. Hey, wahoo!
From the 27, Allen. Going deep here for this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 24. Protein spill.
Back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They don't need to run another play here before they do it anyway.
Let's make these babies cry. Hold. 51's the mic.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tech.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Mike 51. 56. I got you. Hey, Irvin. Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
All right, here we go.
Here's Rosen to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Rosen. This is Johnson. He's got it. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the slack. Check 43.
Again, it's Howard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Now it's Rosen. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Hey, Delta. Check. 59.
Rosen will throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Rosen. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Kill. Monday. Hey, seam 6.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? They bring their team.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
You draw corner.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
It's fielded at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
They run the toss with Henderson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go.
and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, Sue. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On 1st down, Henderson. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held that. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by Funchess. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Running from the gun with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Out the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
No escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And here's Allen, throwing on 3rd and long. Now that'll be caught by Cup. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Look at this, a tight end carry. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. This is Henderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, middle. We take a win.
Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Mike 51. Hey, Charlie. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
You must be dreaming. Check 52.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Here's Henderson. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.